Good morning. It is Monday. It's Monday morning and it's 10 instead of 11. So I hope, yay, Evie remembered it was 10 o'clock. So I'm so hoping people remember and that they can still make it 10 o'clock live. If not, and you're watching this later, that's awesome too. Whether you're watching it on IGTV or on my YouTube fitness channel, which I have a lovely sign over there. If you've not yet gone to YouTube and subscribed, there's a link in my bio in my Instagram. Hi, Steve. So you can go find it either way. Today we're going to do Barre-ish Bootcamp. So if you're new to this and to my living room, you need to know that you only need enough space to move around from wherever you're standing. If you have a mat, that is an added bonus because that way you sort of have a marker of where you need to be. I work barefoot. You don't have to, but I would recommend wearing shoes if you're not going to go barefoot because socks can get a little slippery. This dog, if you're new to this, is always here. I mean, he leaves for the workout mostly. Then you can either use dumbbells or, thank goodness, or if you have a weighted bar, I use a body bar. I use a 12-pounder. You don't have to, but if you don't have one of these and you want to order one, I use one called the body bar. You can find it on Amazon. If you don't have one of these and you want to use it primarily for balance, you can use a broomstick. Or you can use two same-size dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells, you can use two same-size anything you can hold in your hand. So what we do is we do a warm-up with a lot of upper body stabilization built right in. Then, and you can always put your knees down during the planks. I'll always cue that. Then we'll move on to a section with the body bar or dumbbells, whatever you're using. Then we put that down. We do a section that's all cardio stuff that all molds together. And then we finish with core and stretch. Then I sign up, I share it, and then I come back and do an after party, which is sort of a very informal sort of extra thing that we didn't cover in class. So today I'll be doing upper body with small dumbbells and maybe push-ups. So other than that, if you have any sort of injury that you're dealing with, make sure that you stay with the first or second level of everything I do. You will start to notice that I teach everything in levels. So, and also if you've seen a doctor for an injury, hi Michelle, if you've seen a doctor for an injury, make sure that you're cleared to do this so that you don't get hurt. That would not be good. So, having said all that, and also thank you to everybody who's been able to put a donation into my Venmo or PayPal. Know that I appreciate it. If you're looking for that information, that is in the post, my Saturday post on Instagram, and it's also in most of the class descriptions on YouTube. So having said all of that, let's stand up. You also want to have a towel nearby. It's going to get pretty sweaty, and then also a beverage. I like to have water in a fancy wine glass. Thank you, Edie, for the wine glass. All right, so you're going to stand at the front edge of wherever you're working, 10 toes towards me, bring your arms up to a V. So your knees are straight but not locked. Toes can wiggle at any point. Then squat down, reach your fingertips to where the wall meets the floor behind you. Squeezing underneath your arms like you're trying to reach your fingertips all the way out. Toes can wiggle here. Come up to a V and back down to your squat. Again, come up to a V and sink. Single counts. Take it up and sink. Up and sink. Up. Sink down. Two more. Last one. Then both arms come up. Inhale. Exhale. Forward fold. You can either grab your elbows or let your hands fall to the floor. And then straighten your left leg. Bending your right knee a little more. You can wiggle your toes here. Before we do the other side, take your left arm and extend all the way up. Right arm across your left ankle. Really sit into the hip and the glute on your left. Maybe you feel this in your hamstrings on your left. And then bend both knees, come back to the center, either elbows or touching the floor. Try to straighten your right leg and bend your left knee. Check to see if you can wiggle your toes. Right arm extends up to the ceiling. Making sure you can still wiggle your toes. Take your left arm across your right ankle. Breathing all the way in and all the way out. Bend both knees. Come back to the center. Unroll. 3, 2, both arms come up. Inhale, reach up. Forward fold, tailbone lifts. Unroll. 3, 2, let's do it again. Both arms come up. Forward fold, tailbone lifts. Unroll. 3, 2, this time on your forward fold. Bend both knees, hands to the floor. Step your feet back to find your downward facing dog. Your heels reach to the floor. Your tailbone lifts up to where the wall meets the ceiling behind you. Palms pressing into the floor. From here, lower your hips to plank. This is where you can lower your knees if you need. Either way, your hands are directly under your shoulders, pressing the floor away from you. We'll lift back up to a down dog. Lower your hips to plank. 1, 2, lift your tailbone up. Again, lower for 2, lift up. Same thing, lower. For 2, lift. 1 more. And this time, hold your down dog. Both heels are gonna lift and lower. Up and down, up and down. 4 more to go. Lift. Twice more. And then hold your down dog. And lower your hips to plank. Whether your knees are up or down, you're pushing the floor away from you. If your knees are still up, put them down, release your feet, lower your chest. And keeping your hands next to your rib cage, press your chest up. If you've done any yoga, you know this is just almost like down dog, but without lifting your legs or your hips. And then lower back down, tuck your toes, press up to a modified plank, pushing the hands into the floor, keeping your elbows in towards your ribs. Lift your tailbone up to a down dog. Then shift over to your right hand and foot. And bring your left leg up until you feel the stretch behind your right leg. You can stay right here or bend your left knee and open your left hip. If you took the bend and rotation, straighten back out to your down dog split. Now you can stay right here or you can lower your hips and bring your left knee into your chest. If you came down here, you can hold or you can pulse your left knee into your chest. In, hands underneath your shoulders for 4, 3, and send your left leg back up. Down dog split, then both feet to the floor. Find your down dog in the middle. Now shift your weight over to your left hand and foot and bring your right leg up until you feel the stretch behind your left leg. You can stay right here or bend your right knee and open your right hip. If you took the bend and rotation, straighten back out to your down dog split where you can stay or you can lower your hips and bring your right knee into your chest. If you brought your knee in, you can hold or pulse. In, 2, 3, we'll do 4 more from here. So 4, 3, 2, send it up if you were down. And then both feet to the floor. Down dog in the middle. Then lower your hips to plank. You can have your knees up or down. Either way, try to bring your right leg up next to your right hand. Make sure your right toes can wiggle. Remember, your knee can be back behind you on the floor. From here, you can stay, or your right arm can reach up in a circle towards the back. Either way, both hands come back to the floor. Engage your core. Step back to plank. Let's try it on the left. Left side steps forward. Your knee can be down. Maybe it's up. Maybe your left arm circles back around. Can you wiggle your left toes? Both hands back to the floor. Now you'll step back to plank. Let's try that up tempo. Right side first. So step, circle, floor, and plank. Remember, you don't have to go this fast. You can also keep your knees on the mat. It's up to you. It's not a contest. It's really just a matter of moving around. Again, step. Reach will go once more each direction. Last time. And then hold any plank. If your knees are still up, now's when we put them down. Release your feet and take your hips back to your heels. Child's pose, palms pressing into the floor. Then round your back up until you find yourself in a modified plank. Fingertips towards me, elbows squeeze into your rib cage. Maybe you bend your elbows a little bit, maybe a little more. Either way, you straighten if they were bent, then hips to your heels. So that is your pattern. We're gonna make it flow. Round up from here. Maybe you hold, maybe you bend, and child's pose. Slightly faster from here, round up. Hold or bend, and child's pose. Round up, hold or bend, same thing, round up, hold or bend. You're breathing all the way in and all the way out. Round, hold or bend, once more. This time, modified plank, hold it here, tuck your toes, press down to find your down dog. Lower your knees, release your feet, hips to your heels. Let's make that flow together. Round up into down dog, lower your knees, child's pose. Same thing again, round up, press down, lower your knees, child's pose. Same thing, round up. For 2, press down. On the next pass, modified plank and hold. Hold it here. Hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes and lift your knees if you're ready for that. Right hand to the middle. Rotate to a side plank. Feel free to put your right knee down. Either way, right hand underneath your right shoulder, through your collarbone, left fingertips up. Top arm reaches towards me, and then up. Now lace underneath your bottom arm, and up. Single count. To me, and under. Once more. Towards me, and under, and hold your side plank. Come back to the center. Both hands underneath your shoulders. Maybe your knees are on the floor. Left hand to the middle. Rotate to your side plank. Maybe your left knee finds the floor. Either way, left wrist under your left shoulder, through your chest. Here we go. Top arm reaches towards me and up. Now lace underneath your bottom arm. Now single count to me, then under, towards me, and under. Hold your side plank. Come back to the center. Hands underneath your shoulders. You can stay right here. Maybe bend your elbows a little bit and hover. Maybe a little more. Either way, if you're in a hover, straighten your elbows and lift your tailbone up. Down dog. Walk your feet up towards your hands. Forward fold. Let your head hang. Lift your tailbone up. Slowly unroll your back. One bone at a time. When you're all the way up, shoulders down and back. You should be warm. Maybe grab a sip of whatever you're drinking today. I promise it's just water. And then we're gonna grab whatever resistance you're using. If you need to adjust your outfit, do that. Overhand grip on whatever you're using. Beth Lane, it's a Monday. What are you doing here? I hope you're working out. Shoulders down and back, toes towards me. Overhand grip on any resistance. Sink to a squat. Sink, squeeze your glutes. Let's slow our squat down. 2 counts to get there. So sink for 2, push down to come up. So you're not gonna lock your knees at the top. You're gonna think of the floor as a leg press. Push your feet down, squeeze your glutes at the top. Single counts here. This morning, first day of online distance learning school. Whew. Rough to go. It's going on right now. So hopefully you don't hear any screams of frustration coming from other parts of my house. One more at the top. Lower your elbows. What did you say, Beth? I did warm up. Yes. Yay. Press your bar or your dumbbells up on a diagonal to where the wall meets the ceiling in front of you. Knees are not locked. Bring it down. We'll do one of each. One squat, one diagonal press. Again, squat, press. So you lower your elbows after your squat. Elbows drop. Diagonal press. Maybe you go a little faster and make it flow here. Squat, press, squat, press. Maybe your left knee comes up at the top. So squat, press, squat. Again, squat, press. Same thing, pushing down to come up. Final 4 right here. 4, push down. 3, press. 2, last one, squats just here. Shoulders down and back. Your heart rate should be up. Feet wide, toes to the corners. Sink your hips and press down to come up. This shirt just climbing up and up. I'm producer free because yesterday, as I pulled out of the, I have to spell it, the dog, P-A-R-K, because my dog knows. When I pulled out there, my air conditioning fan in my car just died. It didn't take a slow death, it just fell apart. So my producer is now also acting as a personal assistant, taking my car into the shop. 2 more, hold it down, little pulses here. So knees track right over the toes, shoulders down and back. Find your posture, hips underneath your shoulders, belly button pulls in. You're breathing in and out. Hold your pulse, both heels lift up, extend, put your heels back down, sink your hips, heels up, extend up, tempo here, sink, press. Do you think he can spell? Now he just got off the couch and is leaving. Maybe he's pouting because he heard me spell the place with the grass. 4 to go, 4 and 3, hips under your shoulders. Now just the hip sink twice. Once more, both heels lift up. So lift and lower, one of each. Sink your hips, once, heels lift, sink your hips, heels lift. Now slightly faster right here. Sink, press, down to come up. Once more, now up tempo, straight through, sink, press, up. Breathing in and out. Let's do 4 more here. So it's 4, press, 2, and hold at the top. Ooh, hold. Sink your hips and pulse. Round the elbows. Lift your arms up to shoulder height. Whatever resistance you have, you're in overhand grip. 4 to go. So 4, 3, 2, and hold. Lower your heels. Maybe you rotate towards your right and center. Keep your knees where they are. Rotate over to your left. And center. Push down, lower your arms, sink the hips here. Alrighty. Easy enough. And toes towards me, wide position squat. That should feel different than the hip sink. Alright. If you're using a bar, you're gonna flip your grip one hand at a time. If you're using dumbbells, just keep them in an overhand grip and down. If you're using a bar, you'll roll up to the elbows. Lace your fingers. Now if you're using dumbbells, they're here. You just bring them across your chest and hold them up. 2 more. And then feet underneath your hips. Make it a squat. Make sure you have room to either side of your space. 1 more. I lied. That was a 1. Now 2 more. And take your toes to the corners. Sink your hips down. press into the floor, sink, press. Now make sure you don't have anything on the sides. Left leg steps out, step, together to the right. This is your footwork. Your dumbbells are across your chest or your bars and your elbows. You can sink your hips and press back together. Toes just slightly turned out. Sink, press down to come up. Triple pulse out to your left. 3, 2, 1. Oh no, there's a squeaky toy in play. 2, 3. I thought I picked all of those up. First I thought it was my playlist and I thought, wow, that's weird that they would put a clown squeaky horn in my playlist. Again, so sink, 2, 3, again. Now, here it comes, you get to see it. It's a pink elephant, because why not? Why would you have a pink elephant? Same thing, you have 3, 2, 1, and 3, 2. Let's go to single side to side. So sink, press, sink, press. One more, and feet parallel squat, 10 toes towards me. I know it's hard to see because of this animal. All right, if you're using dumbbells, you're gonna bring it back down by your side in an overhand grip. If you're not using dumbbells, you'll unlace your fingers, unroll your bar, and then flip your grip, one hand at a time. Overhand, shoulders down and back. You guys stay in your squat. I'm gonna move the pink elephant. I gotta try to put it somewhere he can't get it. Oh, bad shot. Well, maybe he won't come back for it. All right, take your left leg out to wide. Push down, squeeze your glutes on the way up. Your right leg takes a step so it's on the edge of your mat if you're using one. You can work right here or shift your weight to your right foot as you squat. So it's a single leg squat. You can work right here or your left leg can go out as you squat. So out, pull it in, it's dragging on the floor, squat, push down. So remember the floor is your own personal leg press. 2 more, hold it down, hold, take your toes, semicircle to the back. Then over to the side. Back for 2, and side, single count. Back, side, back, side. One more, hold your leg behind you here. Pick it up if you're ready. Flex your back foot and pulse. So if you're using a bar, at any point you want to use it for balance, you can drop the bar on one side or not. You can touch the wall. 3, 2, hold your pulse. Bring your heel towards your hip and extend. So the key here is to keep your knee behind you. Your heel is not going to come all the way to your hip. If it is, that tells you that your knee should be further back. All you're looking for is a contraction of your hamstring. If your heel comes in easily, your hamstring's not got enough resistance. Again, slowly, 1, 2, 1 more slowly, 1, 2, now single counts here. Half, extend, half, just 2 more. Then hold your extension, toes down. Over to the side with your left leg. Give it a little pulse, yep. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up to a parallel squat. The right side of your glutes should be baked. All right, we're gonna go the other side, the same way we got here. Right leg steps wide. Left leg comes in to parallel. You should be right where you started. Shoulders down and back. Here we go, right leg steps out wide. And then left leg comes into parallel. So your left leg should be right at the edge of your mat if you're using one. Dumbbells or the bar, hanging down. Shift your weight to your left foot for a single leg squat. Your right foot is just a kickstand. Sink, push down. Maybe your right leg goes out and in. So straight up, push down through your left leg to make it happen in 4. Push down. 3, 1 more. Hold it in the squat. Hold it. Take your toes towards the back and over to the side. Chest up, belly button in, single counts here. Take it back. and side. Chest up. You're breathing in and out. Hold your leg back. Hold it. Pick it up. Flex your back foot. I'm going to turn a little bit so you can see it. Flex and pulse. Check your form. If you need it for balance, you can drop one side of the bar. Otherwise, hold here. 3, 2, hold your pulse. Heel towards the hip, but not very far in. Let's turn this way so you can see it. So if it goes all the way in, remember, that tells you that your knees should be further back behind you. You're looking for the hamstring to grab right there. Say hello to it. Again, slowly, heel to the hip. We're going twice more slowly so it matches the other side. One more slowly, heel to the hip. Now single counts here. You're pushing your right hip towards your screen. Curl once more, toes to the floor. Bring it around to the side. I'm going to turn. And little pulses for 4. Just 4, 3, 2, and parallel squat. Now your booties should match. Both booties the same. Left leg steps out wide. And then right leg comes into parallel. You should be right where you started. So now as you squat, whatever resistance you're using, you'll set it down in front of you, far off your mat if you're using a mat. Otherwise, just make sure it's out of the way. Now's a great time not to stop, but to grab a sip of water, maybe a towel. I tried to do this without missing a beat, but I don't want to spill this. Alrighty. Should be warm, you should be sweaty. Now we're gonna move into some intervals where I'll teach you layers. Take your squat and touch your knees. Knuckles up. Sink, knuckles up. So push against the floor to come up. Remember this part. We'll do 4 more, and you have 4. Push down. 3, 2, now palms together. That's part of the interval. We'll do just the footwork first. Try to keep your thumbs to your chest. Left leg goes back. Back, together, right leg. This is your footwork. Now, as your leg goes back, your body's gonna rotate from the middle, trying to keep your thumbs on your chest, just for now, because there's different arm work. Now, as you take your rotation, maybe you extend your arms to the side of the room. 4, 3, keep this in your head. 2, now parallel squat. Touch your knees. Sink, press. 2 more. Left leg goes back. Rotate either thumbs at your chest or extend and reach. 1 more. Parallel squat. Touch your knees. Sink, press. 2 more. Left leg, rotate either thumb to the chest or take a rotation. 1 more. Parallel squat, touch your knees. 2 more. And left leg goes back, rotate, maybe you extend, maybe your thumbs stay at your chest. Parallel squat. When you rotate to the side like that and change your eye focus, really test your balance. Left leg goes back, rotate, and right. 1 more, parallel squat, last set of these. So 4, press, 3, 2, and hold it up. Try to lift your heels. You're like a game of Jenga, all your joints line up. Now take your hips back, so now your shoulders line up with your knees. Belly button in. Palms together, thumbs at your chest, lower your heels, wiggle your toes, push down through the middle of your feet, squeeze your glutes, squats here. I had this moment during the rotation thing we just did where I was thinking, there were 2 thoughts in the same moment. One was, I'm so happy right now, moving around, that really, this is just what I've been meant to do my whole life, is move around. And in that same moment I thought, what's wrong with me? Why would this be something that this was their happy place? So weird. So I am happy, yet feel, I should say, think therapy all at the same time. Alrighty. So next interval, so think, push down, 2 more. Take your feet just slightly wider here. So not out wider than your mat, but just a little bit. We're gonna go through it slow motion. Hands to the floor, left leg reaches back behind you like we did in the warm-up. Back to slightly wide and up, other side. Hands down, right leg goes back. Back to slightly wide, roll up tempo here. So floor, left leg goes back. If you're not up to going all the way to the floor, you can come to your knees and reach back. Again, so it's the exact same rhythm, same thing. Just like a little single leg burpee. Again, either knees or floor, 1 more each side. Remember to push against the floor right there, push down. And just the squat. Cross your forearms. 2 more. Hold it up right here, just the arms. Sink, elbows up, sink, cross. Sink, elbows up. When your elbows come up, maybe your heels lift up. Cross your forearms, sink, heels up tempo from there. Up, cross, heel lift. Maybe that's a jump. Up, cross, up. Once more, just the squat here. That's your second part. First part is that single leg burpee. If you're not up to going to the floor, you can hands to your knees, yes? So 4 of those, 4 jumps, or just the heel lift. Here we go, left leg goes back. And reach, together, and up. Now, elbows up. Maybe jump, cross. 2 more like that. 1 more. Now, hands to the floor or knees, left leg back. Come up, other side. Elbows up, heels up, or jump. 4. You can work right here, or you don't even have to lift your heels. Either one will work. Hands to the floor, left leg goes back. Other way. Elbows, heels up or not. Maybe you jump. 2 more. Now split it in half. Hands to the floor, left leg back. Elbows up, maybe jump. 1 more. Hands to the floor or knees. Right leg goes back. Elbows, heels up or jump. Again, hands down, left leg goes back. Other way. Elbows lift, maybe heels lift up, maybe you jump. 2 more. Again, hands down. Left leg goes back. Oh, I'm doing it the wrong way. Just a squat for me. I told you guys to split it in half, and then I started talking, and I didn't really split it in half. My fault. Live classes, everybody. Let's try it again for me. Hands down, left leg back. Now heels up, maybe you jump. 1 more. There we go, hands down or to the knees. Right leg back. Maybe you jump. And hands down or to your knees. Left leg goes back. Heels up or jump. And hands down and right leg goes back. Heels up or jump. And palms together. That's what I meant for that whole second part of that interval to be. But somehow, in my head, it didn't happen. Or maybe it happened here and not here. I don't know. Shoulders down and back. Oh, I'm sweaty. 2 more. Just the footwork. Left leg steps out and center to your right. This is your footwork. We kind of did it with the bar. Sink your hips. Push down. Step sink. Your arms can stay where they are, or they can come out on a diagonal. Here, cross. Elbow up on the side, same way you go. So if your right leg steps out, your right elbow goes up right there. So sink, press, sink. Again, sink, press. Let's do 4 more like that. So 4. Push against the floor to come up. 1 more. Parallel squat. Keep that in your head. That goes for me. Take a little step back if you need space in front of you. We're going to do one that I always break down because it matters. Left leg steps forward once. Together, right leg. This step forward is going to go slightly to the corner. Now in order to change direction, you have to do a little pivot, and that has to happen on your back heel, which means your toes, no weight in the ball of your foot, so that there's no torque on your knees. Sink, press, sink. Pivot on your back heel. Reach your back arm up, together, up, together. So 4, 3, 2, parallel squat. So that part mixes together with the side and diagonal arms, yes? Left leg steps out, left arm goes out. 2 more, and then we step forward. Left foot, step forward, together, step, together. Pivot on your back foot, left leg step out, left elbow, and right. 1 more. Left leg steps forward here. Maybe you reach your arms up. You don't have to, they can come here. 1 more. Left side, step out. Sink. Elbow up. 2 more. And left leg steps forward. Arms up or together. Again. Go 1 more time. Out to your left. Sink. Cross. Sink. Cross. And step forward once. Together. 2 more. And hold it at the top. Hold it. Find your chair pose. Can you wiggle your toes? Extend through your fingertips. You guys are going to hold here. I feel like maybe the dog has stepped on my sound equipment. So hold here. Hold. I don't know. Hold. Nope. It's good. How you guys doing? Come up. Palms together. Hop or pedal here. So hop or pedal. So pedal. 1 foot's always on the floor. Or hop. Either way. Step out. So pedal. Step or hop. Jump out. That out position can be a little squat. Hop or pedal. We're doing 4 more just like that. 4, 3, 2, hold your squat and sink. Press. So yesterday, when my air conditioning went out, I'm gonna say this deep into class because I feel like my mother-in-law will never get this far in any of my classes. She was over last night, and we were telling her what happened to the car, and she launched into the story about how all the time when she lived in Phoenix, she drove down there all the time. And I was like, don't guilt me into wanting air conditioning in my car. And I just said, well, apparently I drive further than you. Knuckles together, thumbs on your chest. 2 more. I was not thinking that in my head. I was thinking a lot of other things I want to say. But I don't want to get divorced. Hold it up at the top. Rotate to your right, right. So focus on your right rotation. Don't worry about your left. We'll do that later. So just to the right, right. Thumbs stay glued to your sternum. Maybe you add in your knee lift on 2. Up. 1, 2. 1, 2. Maybe you touch your knee. Up to your knee. So you take a rotation. Rotate, cross. Maybe you touch your ankle. Every time I add something on, it's just for more intensity. Don't feel obligated to do every level. There are no prizes. 4 more at any level here. 4, 3, 2. Now hop or pedal here. Hop or pedal, then step out, or hop, jump out. Again. 4, 3, 2. Hold your wide squat. Palms together. We're gonna go the other way. Knuckles together. Thumbs on your sternum. That's the bone. Right down the center of your chest. Hold it up this time to your left. So left. Left. Toes towards me. Knees slightly bent. Hips underneath your shoulders, just to the right. Right, because I'm saying left. To the right. So, to the left. Yes, it's your left. My right. How am I doing today? All right, so you're focusing this way. I'll say that. Maybe your knee comes up on 2. 1, 2. To your left. Left. I've been pretty good about my mirror image, right and left. Some snacks over today. Maybe you touch your knee on 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe you touch your ankle on 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're breathing in and out. Let's do 4 more. 1, 2. Chest up. Right here. Now hop or pedal here. Hop or pedal. Pedal or step. You decide. 4 more of any level. 4, 3, 2. Just a wide squat. Palms together. Let your heart rate settle. Adjust your outfit if you need. Push against the floor. Try not to lock your knees at the top. Your toes, no weight in them. They can wiggle. 1 more. Toes out to the corners here. Now sink straight down. Easy enough. I'm going to take a little step forward. Take your fingertips up and then out and up. Breathing all the way in and out. 4 more like that. So remember, you're still pushing against the floor to come up. On the next pass, left heel up, rotate to your right, back to the center and up. Right heel up, rotate left, center, same thing, left heel to the right. Rotate, right heel up. And then 3 pulses down. So 3, 2, 1, together and out. That's your pattern. You can use the other leg. So you can work there, bring your leg in and out, or that can be a jump by pushing down. So 3, 2, 1, together and out. 3, 2, just the hip sink here. So sink, up. We're gonna do that whole series again. You're ready, left heel up. Rotate to your right, center, and up. Right heel up, rotate to your left, center, same thing. So left, rotate, once more. Here we go. 3 pulses down. You're gonna come together or jump right there. 3, 2, 1, together now. 2 more. 3, 2, 1, together now. Do you want to do the whole thing again? Sure. Just the hip sink. Let your heart rate settle. We'll do it again. Here we go. Arms up, left heel up. Rotate to your right. Center. Other way. Right heel. Left. 1 more each side. Heel up. Right heel up. Here we are. 3 pulses down. 3, 2, 1. Together and up. 3, 2, push down to get up. Or maybe you're stepping together. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Just the hip sink. The legs are on fire. 2 more. Not the whole series. Feet parallel under your hips. Both arms up. Hands on your legs. Round your back. Release your back. Again, round. And release. Round all the way up. All right, grab a sip of whatever you're drinking and dry off with your towel. I have my big giant towel today. It only needs to be able to go out about this far. So it's just what came out of the laundry and what Edie sent me in the mail. Alrighty. So I'm gonna turn to the side. We're gonna use, I have 2 towels. So I'm gonna sit on one. I'm gonna use my other towel for resistance. I'm gonna fold this up, but it's pretty big. Alrighty. So I'm gonna turn sideways so that I can cue front and back. So front is towards me or your screen, back is away. It's almost like I don't need any other cups because I'm drinking my water out of it right now. And last night dinner, I drank my wine out of it. I could basically throw away the rest of my kitchen because it keeps things cold. So what more do you need? Alrighty, sitting up, so you're right on top of your butt bones. Your towel, one or the other towel, is gonna be shoulder distance apart. So no slack in it. And by the way, Guy is not doing this live because he had to run an errand with his cat. Don't even comment because what is a grown man having cat errands? Hi Guy, I know you're watching this later. All right, arms straight out, right on top of your booty bone. Sit up tall, you'll half curl down. 1, 2, and right back to your start. As you curl down, you pull the towel out to the side. That'll sort of force you to engage your lats. Curl down for 2. Maybe as you curl, your towel lifts up on the diagonal. You still pull out to the side and squeeze underneath your arms or underneath your shoulders. Again, so on that curl and lift, maybe you rotate towards me. So curl, rotate to me, now away from me, curl, rotate. Let's do it again. Curl, rotate. You're gonna continue that. And if you want a little more resistance, you'll extend the leg closest to your screen. Whoa, it's the leg that's the same side that you're rotating across. So it gives you more resistance in your core. Have I mentioned you should be breathing? You can exhale right there. Inhale on the way up. Exhale, rotate. 1 more each side. Curl, rotate. 1 more like that. Curl, rotate. This time curl down and hold it here in your curl. Yes? Squeeze underneath your arms, underneath your shoulders. You can stay here or rotate towards me and center and away and center over. Let's take it double pulse as you come to me and straight through other side. Pull the towel out to the side. Again in 4, pulse, 3, pulse, 2, and then forward fold round your back. Actively releasing your low back, then actively separating your shoulder blades, chin to your chest. Inhale. On your exhale, flex both feet. Bring your eyes up, and then your shoulders and your body. At the top, you're gonna tuck your hips, fingertips if you need. I'm gonna scoot forward so I stay in the frame, and you curl down 1 bone at a time. Bring your knees into your chest. Your core is completely released. Just rock your knees side to side. Massage your low back on the floor, and on the rotation, if you like, you can extend your top leg. That'll take the stretch all the way up into your glutes. You don't have to, it's just an option. Maybe you get a little adjustment on your back. And then come back to the center, hands to the side of your hips. Try to press your shoulder blades back down to your mat or the floor. Untuck your hips, 90 degrees at the hip and the knee. Belly button level to your pelvic bone. Your legs are your dumbbells, and this might be enough resistance for you. If it is, you stay here. If you need more resistance, extend your back leg to the wall in front of you until you feel the resistance. You take whatever level you need. Your front leg stays at 90 degrees at the hip and 90 at the knee. 4 counts to change it. So 4, 3 back legs to 90 degrees and change. 4, 3,
2, 1. You can work with your outgoing leg, more of a diagonal if you like. Again, slowly 4, 3, 2, you're there on 1, slowly 4, 3, now 2 counts to get there in 1, 2, 1, 2, neutral, fine, single counts right here, so it's 3, 2, hold and pulse, again in 3, 2, hold and pulse, again in 3, 2, hold and pulse, again in 3, 2, we're going 1 more each side, 3, 2, hold and pulse, once more, 3, 2, hold right here, both legs to chair. If you need a little break, bring your knees into your chest, come back when you're ready, arms out to the side, palms up towards the ceiling, shoulder blades press down, your legs to your dumbbells, bring them towards me, over for 2, back to the center, away from me, exhale for 2, inhale, exhale as you rotate to me, inhale, pull to the center, exhale for 2, pull center, again, exhale over for 2, inhale. So you're really resisting the weight of your legs, pressing your opposite shoulder blade down into the floor as your knees rotate away from that shoulder. Again, each side, over for 2, center, other way, and hold in the center, bring your knees into your chest. Draw little circles with your knees, imaginary circles on the ceiling, and then reverse your little circles. So you're making a little circular imprint on your low back, on the floor, and hold at center. One more set of abs. Hands at the side of the hips for now. Same setup, untuck your hips, belly button level to your pelvic bone, front leg stays at 90 degrees, back leg extends out, same setup. Now fingertips behind your ears. Squeeze under your back armpit and peel your back shoulder blade up off the floor. Your back elbow stays away towards the floor. So this leg is 90 degrees, the back shoulder blade is up, back elbow falling away from your face. 4 counts to change sides in 4, 3, 2, you're there on 1, slowly change. 2, 3, 2 counts to get there, 1, 2, so you're lifting your shoulder blade up in 1, 2, 1, 2, so it's in, lift your shoulder blade, peel it off the floor, 1, 2, single counts here, so in, try not to overshoot it, it's just your shoulder blade coming off the floor, 90 degrees, when your knee comes in, 4 like this, 4, 3, double pulse at the top, 1, 2, 1, 2, shoulder blade lifting up, 4 more like that, in 4, 3, 2, now 8 singles to finish, check your technique, are your elbows falling back, are your knees stopping at 90 degrees, and release, knees to the chest, wrap your arms around your knees, inhale, on your exhale, squeeze under your armpits, roll your shoulder blades up, and release. Both feet on the floor, hands to the side of your hips, heels really close to your booty, tuck your hips, push your feet down, and lift your body up. What is this? Your butt. You're looking for a diagonal line from your shoulders through your hips to your knees, just a bridge pose out of yoga. Maybe you're grabbing your towel, maybe you're lacing your fingers underneath you, trying to straighten your elbows. Can you wiggle your toes? Pushing straight down to the middle of your feet. Your glutes are saying hello. In 4, 3, 2, if your fingers are laced, unlace them. Lower your spine, one bone at a time. And bring your front knee into your chest. Let your back leg either stay where it is or walk it out to the floor. Find your point of flexibility as you extend your front leg up until you feel the stretch behind it. Flex the front foot and bring the knee to the chest. Send the heel up. Again, so flex. Bend, drive it up. Again, so flex, bend, drive it up. Once more, flex. Bend this time, hold your leg up. Take your front arm, on the inside of your front leg and press your leg out towards your screen, only far enough to feel the stretch on the inside of your front leg, pressing your back hip to the floor, then flex both feet, pushing your heels out to the wall, and then bend your front knee back to the center. Front arm goes out to the side. Back arm across your knee, and take your knee to the back of the room or away from your screen. I don't know which way you're facing. And back to the center. Front foot on the floor, back knee comes into the chest. Extend your back leg up. Maybe your front leg stays where it is. Maybe it inches out to find some more flexibility. Either way, flex your back foot, bend to the chest and press. Again, flex, bend, drive it up. Twice more. Are your shoulder blades pressing into the floor or your mat? Flex. Bend this time, hold it up. Take your back arm anywhere on the inside of your back leg and then press your leg out to the side until you feel the stretch on the inside of your back leg. Press your front hip to the floor and flex both feet. Press your heels out to the walls. Did I mention you're breathing in and out? And then bend your back knee to the center. Back arm reaches out to the side. Front arm across your knee and take your knee towards me. Reaching out with your fingertips. Oh, hello. Breathe through this. And then come back to the center. Both feet on the floor. Flip over onto your stomach so that your arms and legs are extended all the way out. And then your front arm reaches around. Grab where your shoelaces would be. Pull your heel to your hip and hip to the floor. Opening your quadriceps. So on Wednesday, we're gonna have shoelaces because we're doing the full body weighted workout, which you're welcome to do barefoot. I'm gonna wear shoes. And release. Change sides. Back arm reaches around. Grab where your shoelaces would be. Heel to the hip. Hip to the floor. If you're not quite able to grab onto your foot, you can grab onto your pants or your heels or throw your towel around your foot and pull it that way. I have to do that sometimes in yoga. Now keep this here if you can. Bring your front arm back around. Grab where your shoelaces would be on both feet or grab your heels or your pants. If your feet are already in your hands, push your feet against your hands so that you can lift your knees to open your quads. And then maybe you lift your chest. Either way, you're breathing in and out. And then release. Hands to the side of your chest. Press your chest up and take your hips to your heels. Child's pose. Pressing your chest through your shoulders. Maybe rotate your thumbs towards the ceiling so your hands are on their sides. If you did that, release your palms back to the floor and round up to a tabletop. Hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes, round your back, chin to the chest, press into the floor to lift your tailbone up and walk your feet up. Towards your hands, forward fold, lift your tailbone up, slowly unroll, one bone at a time. When you're all the way up, you guys are all done with this class. A little sweaty. Thanks for joining me in my living room, my new time. So I think we're gonna try 10 o'clock across the board. Well, I've got the online school happening. If they go to a hybrid schedule, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'll try to keep it at 10. But let me know your feedback if 10 o'clock's good, if you care or not, or you just want to play back. Oh my gosh, you're so welcome. So I'm gonna sign off, share this, post it. 5 minutes, I'm gonna come back with dumbbells. We'll do some upper body, and I'm probably gonna move around a little bit with the upper body too. I don't know why, I just feel like it. So if I'm not gonna see you in 5 minutes, I'll see you on Wednesday. And I have no producer because he took my card, so I'm gonna make a very graceful exit. See you in a little bit.